During the Duke of Edinburgh TMS funeral, the royal household came together to bid their final goodbye to their beloved family member. Prince William and Prince Harry did not walk side by side as per royal protocol, but with their cousin Prince Philip, who stood between them throughout the procession on the grounds of Windsor Castle. The Duchess of Cambridge played peacemaker as the royal brothers spoke to each other publicly to avoid being the centre of attraction on Prince Philip TMS funeral. According to lip readers, as William took off his mask, he told Harry, "Yes, it was great, wasn't TMT it?" Prince Harry replied, "It was as he wanted." The brothers also spoke to the Archbishop of Canterbury before William turned to his brother again. Prince William continued, "Absolutely beautiful service, the music." ITN TMS Tom Bradley said, TMS often said funerals are a time for reconciliation, and that TMS has seen a lot of people wanted to see, not least the family itself. Commentator Eve Pollard said, "They were talking. They were possibly overcome by emotion. They were talking, and that TMS got to be a very good sign. Let TMS hope that they sort their recent troubles out, because the Queen needs them both." The source was quoted as saying, "There is a realization that everyone does need to reach some form of resolution, if only for the Queen, who has said it is her wish that the family comes together." It is the first public meeting of the brothers since the Sussexes stepped down from the royal duties as senior household members. Meghan and Harry were both waiting for someone to help them. They validate each other. Spotlight. It was 24 years that the two brothers walked together at the funeral of their mother Diana, Princess of Wales. The Duchess of Sussex chose to not attend the ceremony as she was pregnant with her second child and instead stayed home in California. As per sources, Prince Harry and Prince William reportedly met their father Prince Charles for 2 hours after the moving funeral service for Prince Philip took place. Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, passed away on 17 April due to old age, as certified by Sir Hugh Thomas, head of the royal medical household. Second episode of the documentary The Princes and the Press trademark aired on Monday evening. The programme, fronted by the BBC TMS media editor Amol Rajan, caused concern within Buckingham Palace over a number of issues. Lawyers for the royals are reportedly on standby to take action against the Beeb over unfounded claims. The Daily Mail reported on Sunday that lawyers will decide whether the broadcaster broke accuracy and impartiality rules after the second part of the documentary has aired. The newspaper claimed a robust complaint to BBC chiefs, or to media watchdog Ofcom, is possible, with legal action considered less likely. The second part of the documentary covered the period from 2018 to 2021, a period which included the birth of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry TMS' first child Archie, as well as the royal tours of both the Sussexes and the Cambridges. Mr. Rajan investigated the allegation that Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, had been reduced to tears by Meghan. Two separate sources told The Telegraph in 2018 that Kate was left in tears after a bridesmaid's dress fitting for Princess Charlotte, in the run-up to the Sussexes' trademark wedding in May that year. Kensington Palace, the press office for both Meghan and Kate at the time, did not comment on the story. Much later, Meghan told Oprah Winfrey that the story was false and the opposite had happened. Mr. Rajan said, but by then, the narrative was in place. A graph showing the sentiment of media coverage at the time was played, signaling a very clear turning point in the coverage of Meghan. Mr. Rajan noted, until the end of 2018, sentiment was mostly above zero, indicating a positive tone. In November, when the stories about dueling duchesses appeared, it dropped below zero, meaning the coverage was mostly negative. From this point on, Meghan, Harry and the press would be in a battle over Meghan TMS reputation. The Times trademark royal correspondent Valentine Lowe recalled writing a piece about Meghan in mid-2018. He said, "I remember writing a piece about Meghan, and it was all about how she was a breath of fresh air. She was something positive for the royal family, she was bringing something new. She was great." There were slight elements of criticism in that piece, but it was definitely 85% positive. He recalled the story about Meghan allegedly making Kate cry appearing a bit later that autumn. He said, "That was one of the turning points." When asked why, Mr. Lowe said, "It opened up a narrative, a sort of soap opera narrative. A soap opera storyline, the battling duchesses. Once people could seize on that, they could pursue it." Outgoing BBC journalist Andrew Marr said of the alleged briefing wars between the Sussexes and the Cambridges, "They have allowed a gap to appear. Through that gap, very destructive journalism will follow and flow." He continued, "I think, therefore, this division will be potentially lethal. Very, very damaging for the whole royal family." Sky News trademark royal correspondent Rhiannon Mills recalled noticing how things had changed during Meghan and Harry TMS trip to South Africa in 2019. "Harry," she said, "wasn't TMT like the Prince Harry that we TMD known before." She said, "He didn't TMT really engage. He didn't TMT really come and talk to us in the way that he would have done." Ms. Mills admitted she realized she had kicked the wasped TMS nest when Harry hit back at her as she tried to ask a question about his work during a stop in Malawi. Footage shown in the BBC documentary shows Harry initially ignoring Ms. Mills, before slamming, "Gone TMT behave like this" as she questioned him. The tour of South Africa ended on October 2, 2019. The Sussexes stepped back from the royal family just 3 months later. Treatment is expected to last for several weeks, Monaco TMS sovereign prince told People magazine. During Charlene TMS' 6-month stay in South Africa, she received several corrective surgeries after being struck down by an ear, nose and throat infection. The Princess TMS stay outside Monaco meant that she missed her and Albert TMS' 10-year wedding anniversary in June. The couple have both denied reports that their marriage is in trouble and that Charlene TMS' health issues are due to personal issues between the couple. Speaking to the Sunday Times in 2013, the princess laid bare why she wept as she tied the knot with Albert 2 years earlier. She said, "Everything was just so overwhelming and there were all the mixed emotions because of the rumors. Obviously all this tension built up and I burst into tears, immediately after the ceremony. And then I burst into tears some more because I was thinking, oh no, now the whole world has seen me cry." Trademark. Ahead of the royal nuptials, a swirl of reports had claimed that Charlene had been a runaway bride. French weekly newspaper Le Journal du Dimanche had reported that the princess had tried to flee Monaco on 3 occasions before the wedding. The publication reported that she had retreated to the South African embassy in Paris, where she was getting fitted for her wedding dress. She was also said to have tried to flee during the Monaco Grand Prix and was allegedly prevented from getting into a helicopter on another occasion. Charlene has denied the reports, dubbing them categorical lies. Charlene also opened up about her happy memories of her and Albert TMS time as newlyweds. She said, "It was such a wonderful 3 days. Even months afterwards I would get flashbacks and think, oh, my goodness, did I really have the Eagles playing at my wedding?" Trademark. "I think back and wonder how we managed to pull it off." This week Page 6 reported that Charlene had almost died during her spell in South Africa. The news site said it had spoken to friends of the princess, who said Monaco TMS royal family had downplayed how bad her condition really is. One source told the outlet, "It is unfair that she is being portrayed as having some kind of mental or emotional issue. We don't TMT know why the palace is downplaying that she almost died in South Africa."